The one that really reminds me why we do the work that we do and why we work so hard was a story about Miss Georgia. Miss Georgia was a senior living in senior housing and living on a fixed income, and there were a lot of months where she had to decide if she wanted to pay her car payment, but they were providing a few frozen meals each and every week to help fill that gap that she needed. And so when we went back to do their survey, they asked Miss Georgia, how have these meals changed her life? Because she responded that she was so grateful to our community for providing that food because she was no longer having to eat cat food. And I wish I could say that was the only person I ever heard that from.
My parents were extremely stressed. I knew that they were, struggling for money, and there was even this one point in time where my dad gave me some lunch money and to the local gas station to buy some milk and bread because we didn't have any in the house at that time. And I knew that my school wasn't going to turn me away for lunch, so just some problem solving skills that a 10 or 11-year-old probably shouldn't have. So when I started working here and I realized the work that we were doing and who we were fighting for and focused on, I realized that this is extremely important work just to be able to help those people and help our neighbors who are living this every single day.
My most meaningful volunteer experience has been personal involvement at the board level. It's really allowed me to see the difference that United Way makes in the community. I've been able to hear agencies tell their stories and how it impacts the lives of people in Okaloosa and Walton County, and how this community is improving and how United Way is a driving force behind that.
What we've seen is they are a big center point for a lot of different organizations to come to the table. There's several different organizations that I was unaware of until we're all in the same room and we're realizing we're talking about the same issues. We have different interactions with different people of the community, all from different facets. So they have been that integral point that brings everyone in where we never would have touched one another before because we just didn't know.
I had the pleasure of working with the United Way when they established their most recent strategic plan, and we talked about their mission and vision. And during that process, it became very obvious to me that the things that are important to the United Way are important to me, and they're important to the city of Crestview. Every interaction I've had with the United Way has demonstrated a desire to ensure that people are put at the forefront, and we make sure that whatever's necessary to get people connected to the resources that they need to live a happy and successful life, that we can do that. And so together with the United Way, we share that value, and it just excites me every opportunity that I have to do anything with them.
I felt the passion to help people, no matter who it is, whether it's businesses, individuals, across the panhandle, and help those that need help. With a volunteer force like United Way, there's endless opportunities to help those in no matter what their needs or desires could be.
Well, the way I've seen United Way Emerald Coast impact the lives of family members and families in general in other organizations is when you look at families and you see the needs out there, be it around health, be it around finances. What's important to the success of the United Way, as it lines up with the principles you would say of Florida Power and Light, integrity always is the most important. Being sure that you're responsible for what you're doing, being a positive role model and a representative for the community.
I'm really proud of the progress that United Way Emerald Coast has made over the last several years. I'm just incredibly thankful for every partner, every supporter, every volunteer that put their trust in us, that we could work together, and united we can make a difference.
When you support United Way, you are showing that that's not okay for anybody here in our community. So donor, whether or not you see that person, you are supporting them, and there is nothing more fulfilling or more inspiring than being able to change a life like we've done for Miss Georgia and tens of thousands of other clients in our 66-year history.